Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, all people's Fresh Market community, depending on when you are opening up your inbox and getting this yoga class. My name is Mike R. This is Slow Flow Yoga. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Jess, as always, for uploading these videos to YouTube and sending them out to everybody. These classes are 45 to 55 minutes long, depending on how long you want to take your Shavasana for. They involve physical movement, breath work, and as always, I think I say this during class, but if there's a pose that is causing you discomfort or pain, please back off of it. Always back off of it. For instance, I'm been doing a lot of I would call pretty intense physical yoga. It's been wonderful where I am right now, but my wrists today are sore, just very, very, very sore from doing chaturangas and push-ups. So today I decided when I take my class, I am going to only hold plank or move through cat-cows. My point is, listen to your body. You'll know what feels right, and you'll know when you need to back off. So today's class, let's begin as always, comfortable seated position. You could also lay on your back if that feels better for you. And what we're going to do is simply begin class by taking some breaths, feeling into the body, centering ourselves and grounding ourselves, bringing in the theme of blue skies today and how every day, even if it's not a blue sky like it is here, what are those moments in your life that give you those blue sky moments, that blue sky energy, that blue sky love? It can just be flashes for just seconds, or it could be an entire day. But noticing those, that's what yoga can do, giving you the mental quiet time to notice when the blue sky passes through, and even just a conversation for a few seconds that lights up your day. So with that, let us center into our blue sky thinking. Close the eyes, or just lower the gaze if that's comfortable. Palms on the knees, facing down to feel grounded and to feel centered to the earth. Palms facing up in the air to find energy, to find that active energy and way of being. And we're going to take 10 rounds of breath here. Simply inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. 8 more rounds of breath, your own pace, your own rhythm. Filling up your cup. And then letting it go. One more round of breath here. Inhale through the nose. And this time we'll exhale out the mouth, audible exhale. Fluttering the eyes open if they were closed. Just noticing how you feel from when we started class just 5 minutes ago. Maybe 1% better. And if that's the case, that's a blue sky, and that's why we do yoga. Inhale, left arm sweeps up. Exhale, left hand, right knee, twisting open to the right. 3 rounds of breath here. Exhale, coming back to center. Inhale, right arm sweeps up. Exhale, right hand, left knee, twisting open to the left. Exhale, coming back to center. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hands folding forward. Inhales through the nose. And exhales through the nose. On that next exhale, walking the hands back in. Letting the legs extend long. And inhale, we'll sweep the arms up. And exhale, folding over the legs. Maybe this being the first round of Paschimottanasana today, maybe we just let the hands go underneath the calf muscles or up on the knees. No need to overexert as we warm up the body. Two more rounds of breath here. And on the next exhale, walking the hands back into center. Soles of the feet on the mat. Wrists, hands pointed out to the side. Wrists pointed out to the side. And we'll begin to simply windshield wiper the knees back and forth. Legs dropping to the left. Legs dropping to the right. Finding a little flow that works for you here. And on the next exhale, coming back to center. Inhale, right ankle, left knee. You could stay here, or you could lower onto your back for a figure 4 pose. You could also baby cradle. This early in our practice today, I'm just gonna stay right here. Kind of move back and forth. But once again, find your blue sky, find what serves you, find what works for you. And on the next exhale, letting it go, switching legs, left ankle, right knee. Staying here, maybe baby cradling, maybe laying on your back, threading the needle for your figure 4. Just warming up the hips right now. And on the next exhale, soles of the feet on the mat. We're gonna roll over or just move the legs to the side to move into our tabletop position here. Finding your way into your tabletop position. And on the inhale, we're gonna arch the spine, gaze looks forward, belly goes down for cow. And on the exhale, we're going to curl it all in. Inhale, belly down, spine arches. Exhale, curling in like a cat. 3 more rounds of cat cow here. Your own pace, your own rhythm. One more round here. And on the next exhale, coming back to tabletop, we're going to do not thread the needles with the shoulder to the ground, but just part way. So on the inhale, we're going to sweep the right arm up, and exhale, we're just going to thread the needle, right shoulder's almost to the ground, and then sweeping back up. We're going to go 5 rounds. Threading it in. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, threading it in, threading it through. Saying good day to the shoulders. Coming back to center. Inhale for cow. Exhale, pressing into the feet, bringing the knees just 2 inches off the mat, letting them hover for just 3 rounds of breath here. Working that core now, getting the whole body moving. Exhale, lowering down. We're gonna do 1 more round of that. Inhale, belly down, gaze lifts up for cow. Exhale, curling in the spine, knees off the mat, pressing into the back toes. And on the exhale, lowering to the ground. Inhale, left arm sweeps up. Exhale, threading the needle. Left shoulder through. Sweeping back up. Inhale, arm sweeps up. Exhale, threading the needle. Letting that left shoulder come through, but not touching the mat. 2 more rounds here. Sweeping in and coming back to center. We'll go 1 more round of that core exercise. Inhale, belly down, gaze lifts. Exhale, pressing into the toes, lifting the knees up 2 to 3 inches off the mat, just a little hover. And lowering down, sinking the hips back, Balasana, child's pose. 3 rounds of breath here. Walking the hands over to the right, getting that side bend in the left side body, left palm on top of the right, and sinking back in. Switching sides, right palm on top of the left, getting a little stretch in the side body on the right side, and sinking back and down. Exhale, walking back to center. On the inhale, we're gonna lift up, press off the knees, feet are together in a bow into a little mini upward facing dog. And on the exhale, sinking back. So inhale, coming forward, chest and heart spinning open, feet together like a bow. Exhale, sinking back. One more round from our puppy pose here. Inhale, coming forward, heart spinning forward, chest spinning forward, shoulders and elbows above the wrists, legs together, knees wide in a bow, and coming back to puppy pose. Moving back into our tabletop, right foot steps forward. Hands coming on top of the right thigh, Anjaneyasana. Hands can stay on the right thigh, or they can sweep up to the sky. Exhale, left hand to the mat. Inhale, gaze looks right. Exhale, right arm spins to the ceiling. To the sky, breathing here. Left shoulder is above left wrist. Exhale, right hand to the mat. And we're gonna lift off onto the right heel. Toes pointed back to the forehead, hands on blocks, or maybe lifting up into a little bit of a balance pose here, depending on what kind of weight you want to put on that left knee. Finding your breath, finding your blue sky, finding what works for you today in your practice. Pressing back into that right sole of the foot. Stepping that back to tabletop. Round a cat-cow. Inhale, belly down, gaze lifts up. Exhale, curling in. And as we exhale, we'll step that left foot forward. Left sole of the foot on the mat. Coming up, hands on top of the left thigh. Staying here. Or sweeping those arms up, Anjaneyasana. And on the next exhale, right hand to the mat. Left arm sweeps up to the sky. Trying to keep those hips centered and straight, facing forward, not letting that left hip jut out like this. Taking that glute, moving it in. One more round of breath here. And on the next exhale, left hand to the mat. And we're gonna lift up on the left heel, finding our low runner's lunge, our half split on the left side. Breathing into each pose, letting the breath do the work. No pain, no discomfort. One more round of breath here. And on the exhale, pressing into the left sole of the foot, bringing it back to tabletop. Inhale for cow. Exhale, pressing into the toes, lifting the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Taking your dog for a walk. And on the next exhale, gaze looks between the fingers, walking, stepping, or hopping top of the mat. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, hands to the mat, folding forward, our forward fold. Maybe swaying back and forth here. Maybe clasping opposite elbows, shaking your head yes, shaking your head no. And on the next exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, arms sweeping up high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Taking a round of breath here. Feeling into all four corners of the feet. Maybe lifting up off the heels, lifting up off the toes. Maybe going side to side. So you move through each pose, really feeling into all four corners of the feet, feeling grounded. And on the inhale, we'll sweep the arms up. Exhale, right hand grabs left wrist, side bend over to the right. Exhale, coming back to center, switching sides, left hand, right wrist, side bend over to the left. Coming back to center, hands to goalpost, gaze looks forward, tiny back bend on the inhale. Exhale, curling in, hands to kneecaps. Moving through this sequence 2 more times. Inhale, opening up for a tiny back bend. Exhale, curling in. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, curling in. Coming back to center. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, pouring out the mouth. Inhale, the arms sweep up high, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, folding forward, Uttanasana. Hands to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot steps back, right foot steps back. You could hold plank. You could lower to your knees. For a modified plank, you could move through a cat cow or a child's pose. If upward facing dog and chaturanga is in your practice, you could do so here. And on the next exhale, we'll lift the hips up and back wherever you are, wherever you want to get there to downward facing dog. On the inhale, we'll come forward to plank, right knee to the mat, left sole of the foot to the mat. And on the exhale, left arm sweeps up for a modified side plank, modified Vashisthasana. Right hand on the mat, left hand above it in a straight line, shoulders on top of each other. Right knee is kickstand out, providing support, working those obliques. And on the next exhale, left hand to the mat, squeezing that right knee into the chest and lifting back up, downward facing dog. We're going to do that on the other side. So exhale, coming into plank pose. Left knee to the mat. Right arm sweeps up. Right sole of the foot is on the mat. Modified Vashisthasana. Shoulders stacked on top of each other. Letting the breath do the job. Exhale, right hand to the mat. Pressing into the right toes, lifting the left knee into the chest. And lifting the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Finding your breath. On the next exhale, walking, stepping, tiptoeing, or hopping, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, folding in, Uttanasana. Forward fold. Inhale, arms sweep up high. And on the exhale, we'll fold right back in for a sun salute. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back to plank. Holding that plank pose, lowering to modified plank. Moving directly to downward facing dog, whatever serves your body. The next exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. On the next exhale, gaze looks forward, walking, stepping, tiptoeing, or hopping, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, arms sweep up high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Moving into some balance poses here. Hands to heart center. And on the exhale, we'll sit back into our chair pose. And on the next exhale, bringing the left knee into the chest. Staying here or opening the hands up, right arm forward, left arm back. And on the next exhale, coming back, setting that left knee on the mat. We're going to move through this sequence on the other side and then one more time on each side. So staying in our chair pose, then we'll bring the right knee up to the chest. Then we'll open the arms out. And then we'll lower back down. One more round on each side, playing around with our balance. Left knee up to the chest, opening up. Lowering down, Utkatasana chair pose. Right knee up to the chest, opening up. Hi, Hendrix. I have a live guest for my yoga class today. He's 2 years old. His name is Hendrix. He's a budding yogi, friends. He's going to be great. Utkatasana chair pose. He didn't quite make it. His dad came over and got him before he could make it to the screen, but he keeps wandering over. And on the next exhale, arms sweep up. Finding our Samasahiti mountain pose. 2 rounds of breath here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Right foot forward, moving through some standing poses now. Left foot back. Left foot is at a 45-degree angle. Arms face forward, sweeping up, warrior one, Virabhadrasana one, and on the exhale, opening up, warrior two. We're gonna move back and forth here, 2 rounds of breath on each sequence. Gaze looks forward here in warrior two, and then moving back, warrior one. Letting the breath guide you in and out to the next warrior sequence. Exhale, warrior two, 2 rounds of breath, and we'll go one more time. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, right forearm, right thigh. Exhale, left arm sweeps up and across the side body, extended side angle pose. If it feels comfortable, opportunity to take a half bind by placing your left hand on your low sacrum, your low back. Finding your breath. And on the next exhale, coming up, right foot and left foot parallel on the long edge of our mats now. Wide-legged forward fold is where we're headed. Hands can be at heart center or hands to the hips. Gaze can look up for a tiny back bend, and on the exhale, we'll spin forward at the hips for Prasarita. Hands on the mat. Gaze looks between the fingers or the legs, the fingers too, I guess. On the next inhale, hands to hips, gaze looks forward, exhale, spinning up. We're gonna switch sides for that standing sequence. So left foot to the back of the mat, right foot, 45-degree angle. Exhale, arms sweep up, Virabhadrasana one, warrior one. Exhale, opening that up, warrior two. Now we're gonna go 2 total rounds, 2 rounds of breath in each pose, letting the breath guide you in and out. Exhale, warrior one. There's 1 round of breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, warrior two. On the next exhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, left forearm, left thigh. Exhale, right arm sweeps up and across the side body. Extended side angle pose. Exhale, reversing our warriors. Left arm or left foot comes parallel with the right foot back in our wide-legged forward fold. This time we'll move into goddess pose though. So staying here, bending into the knees. You could stay on your feet or lift up off your heels. Hands can stay on the hips. They could come to heart center. They could come out to a mudra with the thumb and the index finger connecting, making a little circle. You could go a little lower. You can move back and forth. This is your goddess pose. Finding what gives you that blue sky feeling this morning, this afternoon, or this evening. It's the morning for me as I record this, so I keep referencing that. On the next exhale, hands to heart center, lowering the heels if they were raised, and we'll methodically, with presence, just step up to the top of our mats. Inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, we fold in. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back to plank. Finding a vinyasa of your choosing. Holding plank here with me. Lifting the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. And on the exhale, knees lower into the mat. Bringing the feet around. Forward. I'm going to switch sides to avoid the sun. Legs extend long here. Inhale, arms sweep up. And exhale, we'll fold forward. Paschimottanasana. Hands can be on knees, ankles, shins. You feel free to bend your knees a little bit here. What we really want is to create length in the back. Maybe you can, after you bend the knees, scoot them out a little bit, just finding what's comfortable in your body. Walking the hands in. Inhale, right sole of the foot to the mat. Exhale, right knee to the mat. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, folding over the left leg. Janu Shashasana A. Exhale, walking the hands in. Right sole of the foot back to the mat. Inhale, left arm sweeps up. Exhale, left hand wraps around right knee. Twisting open to the right. On the next exhale, coming back to center. Right leg extends long. Left foot comes in. Left knee falls out to the side. Inhale, we'll sweep the arms up. Exhale, folding over the right leg, Janu Shashasana. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. On the next exhale, walking it back in. Left sole of the foot to the mat. Inhale, right arm sweeps up. Exhale, right hand wraps around left knee. One more round of breath here. And in the next exhale, coming back to center. Soles of the feet together, moving into our butterfly pose. Inhale, the gaze looks up. And exhale, either peace fingers wrapping around the big toes or curling in. You could also just wrap the hands around the ankles. And on the next exhale, coming back up, move our soles of the feet in, heels as close in as possible. And we're just going to stay upright now. Hands could wrap around the ankles. Just finding your breath. And on the next exhale, bringing the legs into a comfortable cross-legged seat. We're going to roll over the knees. Inhale for cow. Exhale, curling in for cat, lifting up, down dog. We're going to move through into a comfortable seated position. Lifting the legs up, Navasana, low boat or high boat. Legs can be up, hands can stay on the mat. They could extend long. Core is doing the work. Our belly is squeezing in. And on the next exhale, we're going to lower one vertebrae at a time to the mat, letting our back find the mat. We're going to bring the right knee into the chest. Make some ankle circles here. Left leg can extend long or sole of the foot can be on the mat. And we're going to extend the right leg up to the ceiling. Maybe moving it back and forth for a little core work here, letting the core do the work and bring it back up to center. Maybe bringing it over to the left a little bit, seeing how that feels. And on the next exhale, right ankle, left knee, threading the needle, number 4 hip opener. Maybe moving back and forth, massaging that low back. And on the next exhale, letting it go, feet to the mat. Switching sides, left knee into the chest. Making some ankle circles if that feels comfortable. Squeezing that left knee in, hands on the shins. And on the exhale, extending that left sole of the foot up to the sky. Maybe moving it right to left, letting the core bring it back. And on the next exhale, left ankle, right knee, threading the needle, hands on the back of the right leg. On the exhale, soles of the feet find the mat. Let's windshield wiper the legs 2 times each side. Soles of the feet to the mat, moving into bridge pose. Arms can be at your sides, at cactus or goalpost. And on the exhale, lifting the hips up and back, bringing the shoulders underneath the arms if that feels good for you. Making sure the knees don't fall out to the side. And of course, finding your breath. On the next exhale, we'll lower 1 vertebrae at a time. Feet grabbing outer edges, or hands grabbing, feet can't grab the feet. Hands grabbing outer edges of the feet. Happy baby pose. And on the next exhale, bringing the knees into the chest. Time for one more final pose today in our asana portion of class. You could extend the feet, soles of the feet up to the ceiling. Maybe you just want to move into legs against the wall. You could take one final vinyasa, maybe a supine twist on the hips, maybe another round of bridge. Giving your body what you need. 10 rounds of breath here, and eventually from there, making your way to your comfortable Shavasana. You could do legs against the wall. You could sit in a meditative seat. You can lay, let your body lay long. If you're not done yet with that final pose, taking the time to wrap it up here in the next round of breath, and finding your way to a comfortable Shavasana position, giving yourself some rest here, giving yourself a few minutes to breathe, maybe noticing how you felt at the beginning of class and how you feel now. Noticing the blue skies in your mind, maybe pouring out some gratitude for it. Letting yourself return to the normal breath and letting yourself find some rest. I will bring you out of Shavasana when it's time. At first, doing nothing, simply noticing. If your eyes are closed, maybe fluttering your eyes open. Just giving yourself a moment to be. Noticing how you feel. Maybe giving yourself gratitude for the time you just spent taking care of yourself, taking care of your own blue skies. Small movements at first can be followed by bigger movements. Wiggling the fingers and the toes, making some fists, rolling the wrists and the ankles, maybe eventually a good morning stretch like it's your first one of the day. And eventually rolling onto your right side to feel grounded, left side for energy. You still have more to do in your day. And after a round of breath there, making your way to a comfortable seated position. Hands to heart center. Finishing class with the sound of Om. Bringing in the blue skies from our practice. Swallowing them all up and taking them with us off the mat and sending out blue sky energy to anyone in this world who may need it. If it's not comfortable for you, simply listen to the vibration through the phone. Inhale through the nose. Bowing into you. May the light in me bow and honor the light that shines in each and every person in this world. Om Shanti. Peace. Namaste, friends. Have a great day. As always, Mike R, Slow Flow Yoga. Thank you for being here. On the healforallpeople.org website, there are tons more of archived classes, slow flow, meditation, and power flow. Use it at your leisure. Spread the love, friends. I'll see you next week. Bye.